Good evening and welcome to Wonderland's authors' interviews. Tonight we have Richard Lovett. Hello, Richard. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad tonight, thank you. A little bit of a headache. That's why I've got my glasses on tonight. Keep getting them at the moment. So, Richard, you're new to being an author, aren't you? You've just released book one, is that right?
Yeah, I released book one in October of last year, and I'm currently
Ooh, and
working
you're
on book two, which should be released sometime before Wonderland.
Oh, that's amazing. So excited for you. So, obviously, not everybody knows you. So, why don't we start off with you telling us a bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Richard. I come from Lincoln. I've been here all my life. I started writing about 15 years ago, just after my parents passed away, and the story's been evolving ever since. It started off with one main character, then another main character, then back to the first character, now to a different character. So finally I decided on a story that I wanted and I wanted to tell. So that's how I got started writing. And like I say, it's taken me a long time to actually put it all together. As in a film that I like once said, it takes a long time to build a fantasy world. So,
It does. It does. So, what is your book about, if you don't mind me asking?
it's about Dylan and his found family. That he actually goes on a quest to retrieve an item, and he's ruthlessly hunted by his main nemesis, or the antagonist, called Lord Valadius. And it's the instances about how he's going through this journey and how he changes through this journey how the book's about. And in the vein of George R.R. Martin, there is quite a few deaths, and some of the main characters don't see it to the end of the book. So yeah, it's that's the main premise of the story, and then there's like snippets of like subplots weaving its way in and out about all the characters which are introduced at the start of the book. And
can you tell me a bit more about your main character?
Yeah, when I first made him, I made him in the vein of Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
So he's like that, but he's got shoulder length black hair.
Yeah.
No beard, so it's the clean-shaven one from the new Star Trek film, when you see him in that.
Yes.
And he's like Chris Hemsworth, he's quite well built, but he's the middle brother of three, and due to circumstances that you find out within the book, he becomes like an orphan because all of his family get killed. And
sad.
With him being he's also a prince, so he's now going to be the king of this land, which has been taken over, and he has to go and find this item, which tries to help him defeat Lord Vladius.
So, is it like medieval time?
Yeah, it's
I like medieval time.
Very much like medieval. It's I've got several series planned out, all through different areas of the world that I've created, which is called Vajara. All my series are under the umbrella called Annals of Vajara. Each one, like I say, is set in a different time period throughout that planet's existence. So the first one's like medieval. The last one I'm setting out is more sci-fi and going more towards like a Dune type of thing than a medieval type of thing.
Yeah. So does the change, like the book 1, 2, 3, and 4, does that follow the same person, or is it change with each book?
The first series is going to be 6 books long, but just follows Dylan on. And then I have different protagonists for each of my other series I'm going to write. Now, those series are going to range from 3 books to 6 books again.
Right. Okay.
So it's like that. It's a bit like Lord of the Rings in that sense, where Lord of the Rings is actually 6 books, but you can either buy it in one big tome, or you can buy it in 3 smaller bits where you got 2 books in each. So, and that's one thing I'm planning. What I'm planning for at the moment. I'm hoping I can get it done for Wonderland, but I'm planning to get my first 2 books put like in an omnibus in a hardcover with some
lovely
illustrations and some extra content like how to pronounce names and cities and things like that. That's fingers crossed on that one. I'm hoping to have it done for Wonderland. If not, it'll have to be afterwards.
So Wonderland is your first sign-in, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And will you be doing any more signings this year, or are you just planning to do
I've been applying, but I haven't had much success so far. Mainly, I think it's because I've only got 1 book out at the moment. I'm just hoping some other people will actually take a chance on me, like Annalee has, and actually given me a platform to actually get my book out there and get myself out there and get talking to people and about my book.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it is a plan. I've started applying for ones next year as well.
What have you applied for next year? Do you
far,
can you remember?
The only one that's come up that I really want to go to is the PA Sci-Fi.
Is that Pacific, is it?
Yeah. It's the paranormal romance, science fiction, and fantasy.
Yes, Sarah. I think
Sarah
Lynch
does that.
Yes. No, I think we all got our fingers crossed for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, let me think. Do you have your own little studio that you go and write in, or do you do it on the sofa, or
mainly do
is there
it on
any
the
rituals
sofa.
you follow?
I mainly do it on the sofa. Enough drink and snacks around me to last, and just like plow on. So my first book I wrote on one of my old PCs, but since then I've actually got a laptop, and the PC that I've got has actually got a very sensitive keyboard because I like to game. I like to do gaming, and the keyboard.
Okay, and what games do you play?
World of Warcraft mainly.
Love World of Warcraft. I am a huge World of Warcraft girly.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Love it. So what's your favourite character on there?
On there, my favourite NPC is, there's 2. There's Malfurion and Tyrande.
Yeah.
Night Owls, because I'm a big Night Owl buff. And I've got one of each class of them.
And have you read the books, the Warcraft book?
Quite a few of them. My favourite of their books is The War of the Ancients, which again is based a lot on Night Elves and around Tyrande, Malfurion, and Illidan. Illidan's my favourite anti-hero of the scene, because when they brought him back later on, he's more of a it's brilliant. I love that game. I've been playing it since it released in the UK.
Yes, no. My husband used to play it, or he plays it still occasionally, and my sons play it. So we're all quite big Warcraft fans in the house. So would you say that stuff like Warcraft and that has led you to writing these books? They've inspired you in some sort of way?
Yeah, mainly the how the spells look and things like that. It's been a big influence in that side of things. So instead of I've totally renamed all of the spells sort of thing, but the same sort of thing is like these ice lands by the mage, but I've called it an ice spike.
Yeah.
So it's the same sort of thing, but slightly different. And I've done a lot of the druid, for instance. They can shapeshift, and that's how I'm going. That's how later on I'm going to get a lot of different things in.
Yeah,
like the vampire, like werewolves and things like that.
Yeah,
And just saying that the druids which are stuck in that form, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But one of my female main characters, she's a druid, and she can change into a lot of different animals.
So there's bears and wolves, if I remember. Is there tigers, if I remember?
Well, the cheetah for travel form.
Yeah.
And there's like a lynx for like what you class as feral.
Yeah.
And then a big bear.
It's the spiders.
She can't change into a spider.
No, but I didn't like going and hunting the spiders.
I think the bane of my life was murlocs.
I preferred them over the spiders.
Yeah. Well, I can see why people do that. I can see why people like the Murlocs more than spiders. But whenever I'd go
Yeah.
hunting Murlocs, I'd get mobbed,
Yeah.
back in the day. So I'd attack one, and then 5 of them attack me. So I'll be dead in a matter of seconds.
I always found that when I was playing The Witcher, I always used to say to my son, like, I needed an arse shield because the wolves would always come up behind me and attack me from the back while I was fighting another one, and I'd end up dead. And I was just like,
Yeah.
So if you could give anybody that's thinking of starting to write a book any advice, what would you give them?
Write anything and everything. Write all your ideas down and keep thinking them through until you get a lucid idea. Then write your book, but write regular and often as well. I had a bit of writer's block over Christmas, and I couldn't write a word. In fact, I think I wrote 100 words in about 2 months when I was used to writing 2,000 to 3,000 a day. And it was tough, but I started on the advice of Anna Lee Adams just to start writing odds and sods and get back to writing, then get back to my story. And it came back to me, and I've been all guns blazing since.
That's good. So are you a planner? Do you plan your books? Do you or do you just go by the seat of the pants sort of thing?
I've got plans for all 6 books, and I've got a remarkable 2, and it's got all my ideas in.
Yeah.
So
that sounds good.
It's I've always been a bit more of a planner when it comes to these sort of things, and just a fly by the seat of my pants sort of person. So
yeah. Well, it was really nice to meet you tonight, and thank you for telling us all about yourself and your book. And I look forward to seeing you in Wonderland, and I look forward to having a signed book of you.
Oh yes.
Yes, I will be expecting you to save one for me. So thank you very much. It was lovely to talk to you, and I will see you in a little while onto the live.
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay then. Right, I'll say goodbye now then. See you soon.
Yeah,
Bye.
see you soon. Bye.